did I tell you guys?
Oh shit, it's Valentine's Day. I'm gonna die now.
Don't tease me.
Thought I was gonna fall in love, and instead I'm gonna have a pickaxe stuck through my head.
Told you guys we shouldn't be doing this.
Oh, we're gonna die. I better start having lots of sex before we die.
Hi everyone.
What's up?
Welcome to
Movie Dudes.
the show in a garage where we talk about movies we've seen.
Lots of movies. Movies you like, movies you don't like, movies you might like, movies you'll probably never like.
Movies in theaters, movies on Netflix, movies on premium channels.
B movies, C movies, A movies, lots of F movies.
Lots of definitely. Anything we see fit to discuss. So, we recently, and we're sorry we didn't get to this one sooner. I've been busy with finals, but finally I get actually to talk about a movie was remade a couple years ago. A really kind of that should have had 3D in it, but it's a remake of an old movie.
1981.
1981.
What we saw recently was the 1981 slasher flick,
My Bloody Valentine.
Yes.
Which is actually, in many ways, it's interesting.
What did you think about the movie?
Well, there's a lot of things you look at. It happened at the very beginning of the actual slasher phenomenon. At least the real.
Yeah, 81
was when
78
was kind of the beginning. But it was in the right. It was in the golden era of slasher films.
Halloween 78 defined slasher films. It set the rules. The unstoppable killer, the kids, the sex, the deaths, the lone intelligent woman that survives.
The one people getting trapped in the various area and somehow. Yeah. Anyway,
this movie definitely
it was definitely that.
It followed that. I mean,
there were certain things different. I mean, people did get out. I mean, there were a large number of people got out, but anyway, so this is, if you don't understand slasher, this is during the heyday of things like Jason.
Yeah, I mean, Friday the 13th, the first one came out in 1980. So
this is a year after Friday the 13th. Freddy's not out yet, but Freddy's gonna come out.
Freddy came out 82 or 83.
Later, the mid 80s. So
or maybe I'm not sure.
So this is if you understand your context, this is a horror movie of slasher. I mean it's a
if you like a good slasher, I mean, if you're bored of the slashers, bored of the Halloweens, the Friday the 13th, okay, this movie will be redundant. But if you're really a good 80s kill 'em, stick 'em, kids having sex, getting killed, and the killer is revealed as an interesting
a twist.
A twist.
Yeah, and the twist is actually something. It's not like, the aliens were really weak against water. And
that twist. This was just a good clean 80s slasher flick, and it wasn't too horrible of acting. It was an 80s horror slasher flick. I mean,
it was
80s horror slasher flick acting.
I mean, people are pretty stupid in the 80s when it comes to a horror movie.
Exactly.
But as pointed out, Scream
in a mine shaft. It was Halloween in a mine shaft.
Yeah. So basically, this film takes place.
We won't tell them too much though.
We'll give the brief.
Give them a little tease.
We'll give the general overview without spoiling. So this movie takes place in a mining town. We think
it's Canada.
It was like BC or something like that.
Yeah, it's Canada.
Yeah, they already had
British Columbia. Yeah,
they had a very thick Canadian accent.
Mm.
So the story goes, and the backstory is that apparently 20 years ago there was a mine cave-in, and this everyone it was during this Valentine's Day dance. The one guy survived, and he's totally in shock. So the next year on Valentine's Day, he goes out and kills everyone, all the people.
He's spoiling it.
Yeah, so
Let's not
Spoiler.
Let's not spoiling too much.
Well, this is kind of a brief synopsis.
It's basically a town that had a very horrible Valentine's Day some years before.
Yeah.
And it involved miners being trapped down below. And
then the next year involved one miner getting revenge on the people for not coming to save them.
Yeah, that's basically it. Though a twist at the end.
Yeah,
who the killer is and what's going on and who survives.
So the kind of thing that happened is that this town is celebrating the first Valentine's Day dance in 20 years, and they're basically
20 years.
Basically, the mayor keeps getting these heart-shaped boxes. This sounds not going to ruin too much. He gets and basically the whole thing is it follows afterwards tradition, simple. Horror movie formula. They're going to try... The guy is killing everyone and taking their hearts out.
Yes. Some good kills, I think. And some neat... The effects weren't too stupid, in my opinion. Overall, let's say acting.
I like the fact it kind of did remind me a bit of the original Jason, is that you never have to see the killer's face initially. Because... but unlike Jason who wore a hockey mask, he wore a mining... ventilation suit.
What would you say about the acting, Major?
Oh, it felt very much like these people didn't have a care in the world like as you see in most horror movies. I mean, only the mayor...
It wasn't tremendously bad. I'll say that. It wasn't as fucking bad as I've seen in other B-film-ish shit.
It wasn't even really a B-film
horror
at the time.
films.
It was kind of a film of its time.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a slasher. The acting, though, wasn't as bad as I've seen in other slashers.
I mean, most of them flat. I mean, have you seen what's it called? Like Prom Night. Some of those are really like.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Hey, she's
Scream Queen.
Hey, she was a virgin. She could. Oh yeah, there was some decent.
There was a boob shot in the beginning.
Yeah.
So nudity, you got one.
Yeah, typical of '80s. You will see nudity, amount of nudity.
Graphics.
Graphics.
Okay.
The blood wasn't even that. It followed the rule of 80s blood, unlike today where it's just like saw, like you may as well pour in a whole bucket of blood. The kills were very, you hit someone in the head, face is slightly distorted, and there's blood coming out. It's not like it looks really, it looks like actually if you were to seen like crime scenes, look much more realistic.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, it wasn't over the top with the gore.
Yeah, which I liked.
And it was good. I'd say it's a movie. Watch with your girl, watch with friends. And it's just a good slasher. A Halloween.
Yeah.
Watch on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
If you don't have a Valentine, watch it and have some fun with some buddies. Drink some booze, maybe.
Oh, even if you have a Valentine's Day, it's great. It's great after to hey baby, check this out.
Exactly. Come with your chick, and she might get freaked out. There might be a killer on Valentine's Day. But
right. I'm thinking that. So
you'll protect her though.
Well, you probably feel the same thing on Halloween or on Christmas. I mean, how many fucking movies are? I mean, there's
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas, Halloween. Wait, we got My Bloody. We got to figure out all the. They got to make more holidays.
Prom night.
So we need
Jack Frost.
Yeah, Jack Frost is kind of a general winter holiday. They also need to make next like an Easter one, a freaking 4th of July.
We gotta do the Easter one, man.
That would be great, like a murder bunny.
A murdering fucking mall Easter bunny.
Yes.
A murdering mall Easter bunny.
And a
murdering mall Santa.
Make that.
Yeah, make that. Make it funny too.
Make it funny, like a bad.
With some boob shots too.
Yeah.
Please.
Why can't we go back to the way kind of movies were shot in the '80s? When I know we're being nostalgic, but I mean there were a lot of fun stuff.
Dude, they were great. I mean, you're talking live action, and animation and.
Yeah, a lot of it was like really well done, and that's what I miss. This film kind of was a nice trip down,
Yeah, memory lane.
So I think that's it. I think we covered the whole.
Yeah, I think overall, it's entertaining. For the horror fan, the slasher fan. If you haven't seen it, you got to add it to your collection.
It's also a good thing in.
If you don't like horror, and you don't like slashers and blood and kids having sex and then dying, then don't watch it. And if you
they break all the rules in horror movies.
Of course.
They break all
That's what
three
we're
of
expecting.
Anyway, this is a great film in general. If you're also kind of a film kind of buff when it comes to history, you want to kind of see the evolution of things like
and the slasher kind of genre and era just kind of exploding.
Yes.
Early '80s slasher.
So this has been our review of My Bloody Valentine, the 1981.
If you're a big slasher horror fan, watch it.
We're also probably watching the remakes, so we'll be doing kind of a comparison when we actually do see it. We're also another thing coming up. We're going to be doing is a number of movies are coming out. As you know, Jurassic World and a few other worlds we'll be talking about when they come out. And again, more films. Maybe another thing we might do. We might just go watch some old slasher films and kind of say, these are some missed gems. Maybe we'll find you some missed gems.
Yeah, and a lot of horror fans are out there, and and they haven't watched everything they want to know.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of movies that have been remade that maybe they don't need to be remade.
I'd say the new remake of Friday the 13th was good. They're making another one, I heard, by Michael Bay.
Oh, God.
Michael Bay remade Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Great remake.
You know what's going to happen? There's going to be explosions with Michael Bay.
No, it wasn't bad. You saw it. That recent new Friday the 13th.
No, I'm talking about the Michael Bay remakes. It's going to have explosions and
yeah.
and robots.
No, when Michael Bay wants to make a really on par movie with no too much CGI and cartoon shit, he does it. Bad Boys, Pain Gain.
But not since, But yeah, I actually like that Friday the 13th. They had some pretty good.
It had really hot women.
They stole his weed. They stole his fucking weed.
Really. Jason's was a big pot grower, and they just stole his shit, and he went ape shit on them. And the women were hot.
Yeah, and there was some nudity.
A load of it, and the women were looking good.
But you know what we'll do? We'll talk about that Friday the 13th next time we do a review. So I'm Major Random.
I'm Colonel Crazy as can be.
Yes, and this has been our review of My Bloody Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine.
You guys have a great day.
You too.
And see you later.
Be sexy.
Yes.